Hey guys, good news. My YouTube channel just got monetized. It only took me 15 videos to do it, and I'm going to explain some of the steps that I took to get to this point. These are going to be things that are super easy to do and specific so that you can take action today and start implementing some of these things on your channel. One of the first things you need to do is figure out what your channel is going to be about. And I know that sounds super simple, but the reason is we need to add channel tags to your channel. Channel tags are a great way to get going on YouTube because let's face it, YouTube doesn't know what your channel is about, what type of content you have, and if you start from scratch or even if you've had a channel for a while, it's a really good practice to add as many channel tags as you can. And remember, these are things that we want YouTube to use when it's helping people to search for our channel or search topics that may be on our channel. So no silly hashtags like on Instagram. For example, on mine, I have photography, photographer, wedding, portrait, flash, how-to, tutorial, and a host of other things that are specific to my channel. Now, don't worry if your channel doesn't have a lot of tags at this moment. I'll show you how I easily came up with a bunch of tags in a minute. The next thing you need to figure out is what type of videos are you going to do, because certain videos are going to perform better than others. For example, current topics tend to do well. For me, in my case, I had a camera from Nikon and it had a recall issue. And right when I had it, I decided to do a video on it and it did well. I released the video about a year ago, and at this point it's got a little over 2,000 views, but that's really good considering that most of those views came around the time that I released it. And at that time, I probably had maybe 100 subscribers or even less. And for you, depending on what genre you're in, you could do the same thing. Let's say you're a beauty influencer. Maybe something happened in the news with Maybelline or Revlon, or there's something in that industry that made big news. Another thing you need to think about is evergreen content versus content you might want to do. What is evergreen content? It's content that's always going to be searched on YouTube, whether it's a how-to video or if it's a review on a camera or a car or something that people can purchase that people may want to search for when it's brand new and it first comes out. And then they may also want to search for it later on when it's used and they may get it secondhand. I also do some like non-evergreen content, certain videos that, I just want to do for me. And some of those have done okay, but then overall they generally don't do as well. So really you kind of want to find that sweet spot in between doing content that has a good chance of being searchable and is evergreen and will do well over time. And then also doing content that you want to do for you that, hopefully your subscribers will like, and as your channel grows, will get more views. You also want to make sure that the videos that you're putting out are things that are searched a lot. So one of the best things that I've done to help grow my channel is I use a plugin called Tubebuddy. Tubebuddy does a bunch of things for me, but it basically makes the metadata side of YouTube a whole lot easier. As a subscriber, when you go to someone's YouTube channel, you can't see their channel tags. But when you have Tubebuddy, you can go there and see all the channel tags that they have. I can go to other people's channels that are in the same genre as me, that have way more subscribers than me, and see what their tags are. And I can literally copy and paste those tags onto my channel. Now, to be clear, I'm only copying tags that are similar to what I would normally have on my channel anyway. For example, if I type in some YouTuber that's popular in my genre, Jared Polin, which, by the way, he does great videos. So if you're not a subscriber of his, check him out. He's got a couple of tags. One of them is Frono's Photo. Now, that's specific to him. That's the name of his website. I'm not going to copy that tag, but I am going to be talking about photography tips, photography tricks, some tutorials, mirrorless cameras, Nikon, Canon, Sony. Some of those things I'm going to put on my channel tags, and it makes it a whole lot easier to be able to fill up your channel with channel tags when you can see what other people are doing on YouTube and kind of get an idea of like, yeah, my channel is going to be about this, that, and whatever. One of the things that Tubebuddy does really well is it helps me to determine whether or not I want to do a video on a certain topic. For example, I'm a photographer. Let's say I wanted to do a video on how to photograph babies. So I'll come up to the search term, type in how to photograph babies, search it. And in addition to all the responses that'll come up in terms of the video, Over here on the side, TubeBuddy is going to give me a score based on the results. It's going to tell me, hey, for your channel, it might be bad, fair, good, very good, excellent, so on and so forth. In this case, it's fair. There's not a lot of search volume, it's telling me, and the competition is relatively good. There's not a ton of people doing videos on how to photograph babies, but the search volume isn't great. One thing I noticed though is in here, a lot of these videos have newborn in the title and not babies. So I'm going to change the search to how to photograph newborns and see how that works. So as I pull up how to photograph newborns, TubeBuddy refreshes and I see that that score is a lot better. It's, you know, not necessarily great, but it would let me know that, hey, if you want to do this video, you definitely need to title it How to Photograph Newborns instead of How to Photograph Babies. And little things like that all add up and make a big difference overall when it comes time to grow your channel or how to get more views or subscribers or whatever. Because when you're starting out, every little bit counts, and it makes so much sense to optimize the metadata and everything as much as you can. And this just makes it so much easier. And just as a side note, I don't like photographing babies at all. I photographed my own baby. You know what? It was great. He looked beautiful. It was going great. And then midway through, he just pooped. And he pooped right through the little mesh netting thing that we had wrapped him in. And even though we got some good pictures, I said, no, never again. So now that you have your channel tags and you decided what your videos are going to be about and you actually create the content, you have to add tags to your video. Each video has a certain number of tags that you can add, up to 500 characters at this point in time, and you want to maximize those. But it can be hard to come up with different tags for your video, just like it was with the channel tags. Once again, I use TubeBuddy for this. So let's talk about a little thing I like to call the Dan Watson effect. So a few months ago, I went to do a video where there was a new Tamron lens that was coming out, and I was going to compare it versus two Sony lenses. And I shot the video and I was editing it, and like 2 days before I was about to release it, another YouTuber named Dan Watson, he released pretty much the exact same video. He compared the same three lenses. As it turns out, it wound up being a blessing in disguise. His video took off right away. I was able to use TubeBuddy, go in, take a look at some of his video tags, and I copied them. And I don't feel bad about saying that because, again, I'm not copying any of the content, but it was easier for me to add metadata from his video into mine because it was about the exact same thing. As you can see, Dan has about 150,000 subscribers. So this is the video that Dan did that was pretty much the same title as mine. And then when you come down, you'll notice that over here, my video is the second one that's recommended. That's what I want. Basically, anytime that I do a video, it would be good if it gets referred by another video that is somewhat similar to mine. Especially since I'm a smaller YouTuber at this point, you know, I'm never gonna get the type of views that somebody that has 150,000 views, 150,000 subscribers is gonna get. But, you know, his video did like 38,000. Mine did about 5,500. Considering that I only have, you know, a little less than 2,000 subscribers, that's not bad. It worked out really well that another YouTuber did a video on the same topic that I was doing, and it got a lot of traffic. And then because my video was very similar in terms of the title and in terms of the video tags, it started referring a lot of his traffic over to me when they were done watching his video. Because YouTube said, hey, oh, you like that video? Mike did a video very similar to it. You might want to watch that one too. And one last thing about the Dan Watson effect. To be clear, our videos were totally different. In his video, he used the three lenses and was photographing cars on the beach. I was photographing a model inside of a studio with a couple different outfits. And again, I'm not using any tags of his or anybody else's that aren't relevant to my video. Meaning all of my tags are about things that you will see in my video, because you don't want to do that, A, from a moral standpoint, but B, YouTube, if it realizes that, hey, all you're doing is copying tags from Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or Casey Neistat or somebody trying to blow up, the algorithm will probably figure that out and ding you for it. So now that your video is being suggested by other videos or just in the browse feature, you want to make sure that you have a good thumbnail, because even if your video is being suggested, if it has a bad thumbnail, people won't click on it. So for me, even though I'm a photographer and I can take an amazing photo, I'm not a graphic designer. So I use Adobe Spark to create all my thumbnails. So one of the cool things is you can come in here and just type in YouTube thumbnail, and it will give you a bunch of YouTube thumbnails that are the proper size, that already have a photo in there, already have lettering in there, and all you have to do is just go in and change the lettering, change the photo that you have in there, and you're done. Now you need to promote your video, which was something that I never realized in the beginning. I thought you just put a video out on YouTube and people search for it and it did great. No, in the beginning, especially as a YouTube channel that doesn't have many subscribers, you need to share your videos. You need to share them on Facebook, you need to share them on Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, wherever you can. Whatever your videos are going to be about on YouTube, you definitely need to join a couple of different Facebook groups that cater to that. I did a video on headshots, so I'm a member of a couple of different headshot photography groups. I did a video on wedding photography. I'm a member of a couple different wedding photography groups. But just, you know, one thing, be respectful of all these different groups that you're in. These groups aren't created just to promote your videos. If you're gonna be in these groups, you know, add something to the conversation when you're not promoting a video. And really, some of these groups are great places to get ideas for future videos. Maybe you see a topic that comes up time after time after time again, or creates controversy within the group. It may be a good topic to do a video on. In addition, I'll put a link below to 2 YouTube specific Facebook groups that I'm in that have been really helpful on my journey. These aren't like for like or sub for sub groups that really don't do anything for you. These are groups that you can ask, you know, questions about what has been successful for other people. My most popular video to date, which has over 28,000 views, if you look at the analytics right here, there's a big spike at the very beginning. I shared this video in a bunch of different Facebook groups, and over the first day, I got 350 views just by people clicking on the links in some of the groups that I posted it in. And when you look at the data, I got a lot of subscribers out of this one video that I shared in a bunch of different groups. And while we're talking about subscribers, a lot of people get focused on getting to 1,000 subs, because right now that's the number that you need in order to be monetized. But a more important number is 500, because once you get to 500 subs, you can apply for the Amazon affiliate link partnership. At this point in time, Amazon is one of the best affiliate programs out there. Basically because if someone clicks one of your affiliate links and goes to Amazon, even if they don't buy the product that you recommended and they buy something else, whether it's a toothbrush or some deodorant, you still get a commission on that. So far, I made like 300 bucks off of Amazon affiliate links. That same video that I showed you earlier talking about the Tamron lenses, I left a link to one of those lenses that sold for like 1,100 bucks, and I got a $47 commission out of it. And if the person that bought that lens is watching this video, I thank you, my family thanks you. You're helping me to live my dream, just like I'm trying to help other people out there live their dream. If you made it this far, I'm going to ask you to do me 2 favors. Number 1, click that Tubebuddy link below. It's an affiliate link. I get a small commission if you sign up for it. Once again, if you watch this video, you've seen how valuable it is, and it's made a big difference in my YouTube experience. I can't strongly recommend it enough. One quick note, if you're a Mac user, Make sure you have Google Chrome because it works good on there and doesn't really work on Safari. And then the second thing is share this video with anybody else that you know that has a YouTube channel that could be doing better. The reality is there's a ton of people out there that are putting out videos and it's just not getting the traction because they don't know some of these basic things that I've talked about earlier. And then there are people that their videos are doing good, they're monetized, and maybe they have like 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, but they're not doing some of the things I talked about. They could be at 20, at 50, at 100K by now if they would have just been doing a few of these things. Schedule is overrated. Once you start to get larger and you start to get a following, scheduling a video every week is good. But when you're a smaller YouTuber, you need to place more emphasis on the quality of the content versus putting a video out every week. If you put a trash video out every week, you're not going to gain any subscribers and the video is not going to do well. Versus if you only do 2 videos a month, but they're really good, those videos are going to do well. You're going to get subscribers. The watch hours on it is going to go up. So in the beginning, focus on the quality of the content, not necessarily putting a video out every week. Also, if you can, try to find a mentor. Try to find somebody other than your friends and family that can give you feedback on your videos. Somebody that's going to give you honest, constructive criticism. I'm going to end it here. Hopefully you learned a lot. Hopefully you gained something from this video. If you have, leave a comment below. Hit that thumbs up button. Share it with your friends. And I will see you at the next one. Peace.